Why hello there, and welcome to Let's Make Us a Character, the series where we make role-playing game characters. And since this is the first episode, it only makes sense to start with the first modern role-playing game. So let's make us an original Dungeons & Dragons character. First thing we need to do is roll up our 6 attributes with 3d6 each. So we have 13 Strength, 11 Intelligence, 17 Wisdom, 12 Constitution, 9 Dexterity, and 12 Charisma. We also start with 130 gold. Now that we've got our attributes, we need to select our race and class. We have 4 options for race: human, dwarf, elf, and halfling, or hobbit in the earliest printings, and 3 classes: fighting man, magic user, and cleric. Although non-human races have strict limits on what classes they can be and how far they can progress. Each class also has 1 attribute as its prime requisite: strength for fighting men, intelligence for magic users, and wisdom for clerics. The prime requisite affects how many experience points are received, and a score of 15 in the prime requisite is required to change your class later. Except for elves, who can switch between fighting man and magic user freely, but that is so poorly explained that it's not worth getting into. So looking at our attributes, we have okay scores in strength and intelligence, but a really good score in wisdom. And since it would be a shame to waste that, let's go with cleric. So now our wisdom of 17 is going to give us a 10% bonus to experience, and our constitution of 12 is going to give us a 90% chance of survival, I think. We also start knowing the common tongue, a language related to our alignment, and because our intelligence is 1 above 10, 1 additional language of our choosing. And I choose mermaid. Now we need to buy our equipment, so let's pick up a morning star, a suit of plate mail, a shield, and just some other adventuring essentials. Now we calculate our encumbrance, which is measured in gold piece weight, and it seems that our movement speed is 6 inches. Like in miniature combat, obviously not 6 actual inches. Now let's pull up the cleric table and see that at first level we are an acolyte. We get 1 hit die, so 5 hit points. Have the fighting capability of a man, which is used in the chainmail combat rules, but we are going to be using the included alternate combat system. And we get no spells at first level, although we do gain the ability to turn away undead. Our plate armor and shield gives us an armor class of 2. Low is good in these early editions. We then get our savings throws based on our class and level, and just for convenience sake, I'll put down the 2 hit numbers for attacks, which is the numbers you need to roll to hit a target with the specified armor class, which are also determined by class and level. And this character is ready for adventure. Alright, let's say that after a few adventures, our cleric has leveled up to level 2 and is now an adept. We get 1 additional hit die and 1 spell per day, so obviously Cure Light Wounds. Also, our turn undead has improved, and we can now automatically turn away 2d6 skeletons. However, our combat abilities and saves remain the same. So let's head back out and come back later. Okay, so now we're a level 5 curate, which brings us up to 4 hit dice plus 1, and gained us some more spells. Also, at level 5, our saves and 2 hit values finally go up, and of course our turn undead ability has increased to the point where we can now automatically destroy 2d6 skeletons or zombies, and have a pretty decent chance of turning away a wraith. Also, while out adventuring, we happen to have obtained a plus 2 mace, which adds 2 damage to our attacks, and a set of plus 1 armor, which reduces an opponent's effective hit dice when making an attack against us. And that is an original Dungeons & Dragons character. I think the most notable thing here, aside from the severe restrictions put on non-human characters, is how little your attributes affect your character, with things like hit points, combat abilities, spells, and saving throws being determined pretty much entirely by your class and level. Also, the progression seems kind of slow with your 2-hit numbers and saves only going up every 3, 4, or 5 levels for a fighting man, cleric, and magic user respectively. But really, any nitpicks I have about this game are kind of irrelevant because it is more or less the reason that I have 40 some odd years worth of role-playing games to compare it to. Alright, thank you for watching this first exciting episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. It is especially important on these first episode videos because it tells me that people want to see more of this kind of video, and I will be back next time and making a basic Dungeons & Dragons character. But until then, keep on rolling.